Today, I'm going to explain what DIGCOMP is all about, what competencies this competence framework emphasizes. This digital competence framework for citizens that has been developed by the European Commission is called DIGCOMP. First of all, what are the challenges, the main digital challenges, digital skills challenges in Europe? Still, there are 70 million Europeans who lack sufficient reading, writing, and numeracy skills, and 25% of the EU population has no upper secondary education diploma. 13% of Europeans have never used the internet. Still, after the COVID pandemic, this is still valid. A big percentage of the population has never seen the internet. And then 43% of the EU population and 35% of the EU labor force, they have insufficient digital skills. And studies show that 42% of those with no digital skills are unemployed. So when we talk about the participation of these people in the labor market, because they are not equipped with the right skills, they cannot get a job. So given this difficult situation of people in the European Union, the European Commission decided to develop a competence framework in order for the citizens to better understand what we mean by digital competencies in its development, because the development started a few years ago, more than 5 years ago. What do we mean by digital competencies? They involve a confident, critical, and responsible use of and engagement with the full range of digital technologies for learning at work and for participation in society. I underline these three words, confident, critical, and responsible, because they are very, very important. It's not only about being confident when using digital technology, but it's also about being critical and being responsible. You cannot use digital technologies just like that. You need to have a certain amount of information and awareness before you do it. So DIGCOMP. Now I'm going to delve quickly into what DIGCOMP is all about. So what are the competencies and what are the competence areas that DIGCOMP covers? There are 5 competence areas. So first of all, we talk about information and data literacy, then communication and collaboration, digital content creation, safety, and problem solving. And under these 5 areas, we have 21 competencies. As you may imagine, very few people are equipped and are highly competent in all these 21 competencies or all these 5 areas. But what's very important is to be aware of these areas and to start improving. You might be very strong in one area, but you might be completely unaware of some other area. So DIGCOMP helps you to map where you stand, to see exactly, and then start improving and start training and doing other activities that will support you to be more digitally competent. Something very important that I would like to present to you is a guide that the European Commission developed for stakeholders that addresses digital skills. So this guide explains about how DIGCOMP can be used, what it is and how it can be used, how you can also benefit from DIGCOMP and how you can also integrate it into your educational activities or other forms of activities with and for young people. Another important guide that the European Commission has developed, it's actually the European Framework for Digital Competencies of Educators. DIGCOMP is a general competence framework for all citizens, but this one, DIGCOMP Edu, is a competence framework specifically designed for educators, and it can also be found online, and you can see how you can benefit from it. So this is also something that I would recommend that you check out on the internet, because I've been working with it for a while. I've been looking at it, especially for the activities of the Youth at Work partnership that I coordinate, that I will talk a bit about in a very short while. And then now I would like to zoom in on youth work. So what do youth workers need? What competencies in what areas youth workers need to develop in order to provide digital youth work and to support young people with the development of their digital skills? Google the name, and the name of the document is Developing Digital Youth Work, Policy Recommendations, Training Needs and Good Practice Examples by the European Commission. So a working group came together with different stakeholders, youth workers, policymakers, etc., and they talked about what youth workers need to do in order to be present online, in order to provide digital youth work. With this, I would like to end my presentation, and thank you so much.
The term of digital literacy has been interchangeable with media literacy, ICT literacy, digital and media literacy, information literacy, and so on. However, the term of digital literacy, there has been no mutual agreement on the term of digital literacy. In my research, I used the term of digital literacy, and which encompasses all these terms overall. And I define digital literacy as the ability to access and search information online and communicate and collaborate, sharing with others, and understanding and utilize digital technologies with computational thinking, and the ability to create digital contents with creative thinking. And the most important thing is it also includes the ability of digital citizenship that you mentioned in your presentation. GIGCOMP model also used the term of digital literacy. As you see on the screen, the 7 elements of digital literacy: media literacy, ICT literacy, digital skills, and so on. My ongoing research on digital literacy indicates 5 areas of the core competence of digital literacy. First, information seeking with critical thinking. Second, digital content creativity with creative thinking. Third, digital communication, collaboration, and sharing. And fourth, understanding and utilizing of digital technologies with the communication, computational thinking. And the last, but the most important area, digital citizenship, the digital safety, copyright, and digital violence, and so on. So, why should youth and citizens develop their digital literacy? In today's fast-moving digital technology-driven society, it is important and fundamental for youth to strengthen their digital capabilities. And also, it is also for citizens, it is also crucial for citizens to develop. In this regard, I address and I emphasize the importance of developing digital competencies and life skills. And a better understanding of youth needs and digital competence is necessary for youth foundations and youth centers to promote youth-centric tasks and to gain insights from youth through data. And finally, the development of digital skills and digital literacy should be consolidated into the classroom education for youth and lifelong learning. COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated not only the digital tech transition, but also the digital gap. Among European countries, how wide is the digital gap, and how does the Europe establish a roadmap to narrow digital gap in our digital society for social inclusion and for digital inclusion? Okay, thank you.